Hey guys, welcome to the second tennis skirt we're going to be sewing. And if you don't know, you can go check out the first one and I'll link it up in the cards and everything for you guys. I don't really want to talk too much. I just want to do another intro, okay, and show you guys the fabric that we're going to use. And of course, I'm going to use some parts of this for the front of the skirt. And I've also learnt a thing or two from the first skirt. So this is the part that we use from the first skirt. Okay, so I'm going to be using like a thicker waistband or elastic for the waistband. And I'm also going to be incorporating some of this blue into the back of the skirt just so that it looks nice and cohesive all through. Okay guys, let's start on with the video. Hey people, sorry about where we're starting off with the video, but I thought I was recording and we got to this point and it turns out I wasn't. So I'm going to tell you guys how we got to this place. Basically, you have your waist measurements we need actually, your waist measurements, your hip measurement, your waist to hip measurement, and of course the full length you want for the skirts. We have our center front, our center back. Obviously you cut these out. We have our center front and our center back, and we mark our hip line. And there are certain things that I want to do to the skirt initially before we start pattern drafting it, so that it will be easier for us to work with. Okay, so to start off with, I've taped the pieces down so that it will move around while I'm doing what I want to do. So it turns out that if you have a hip, your skirt tends to move up a bit. So I like to take out 1/2 inch from the waistline, from the center front, and taper to nothing at the center back. Okay, so that is what I have marked out there, and like I said, I've taped it down so that it's easier for me to work with. The next thing is from I don't know if you guys have seen the video of the first tennis skirt I made. I found out that the backs, again because of the hips, I'm thinking the back skirt, the back side of the hem was sort of riding up like 1 inch and 1.5 inches to the front. Okay, so I've decided that I'm going to add 1/2 inch of fabric to the back and taper it into just about the mid front, just to combat that happening. Okay, so that's basically what I'm doing now. I will just tape everything down and add 1 inch to the back and taper it in. Okay guys, all right. So now that we're done with that, we need to address the waistband. Okay, so it's pretty simple. You just take out whatever measurement it is you want for your waistband. If you want a 1 inch waistband, if you want a 2 inch waistband, and like I said, I am really limited for fabric, right? So everything I'm doing is keeping that in mind. But if you've bought your fabric yourself, you know, like in this video I am using shirts. I'm recycling or upcycling extra large shirts, extra large men's shirts. So if that's not your case, then you can just go ham with your fabric and everything. So label, like I always say on this channel. Label the waistband, label which side is a side seam, you know, and all that. So you just cut that up, and then we can get to the main skirt styling itself. Okay. So now that we're done cutting out the waistband, we're going to keep it aside for a bit. That we can focus on the skirt itself. Okay, so all right, so I want to focus on the front. We're going to keep the back aside for now, and hopefully you can see the design I want with the skirt on the thumbnail, and also I talked about it in the beginning, right? So I'm going to have like the blue portion at the top of the skirt, but so the front is going to have a joining like that, like I've shown you there. Then that part that I'm shading is going to be the blue fabric. Okay, so, and it's going to be slightly flare at the bottom, right? So yeah, I'm just going to cut that up, and like I said, label everything so we know which side is the side seam again. And yeah, just going to cut that up and join it to the back, because I want the back to be one piece and that other piece is the front. So now we are joining that leftover part of the front to the back, and as you can see, the waist is tapered. So it's basically a dart. If you do a dart transfer, the flare comes to the bottom, which is what we want. Okay, then I'll staple that up. Sorry, I'll hold that together so that it's easy for us to manipulate. So now that we have joined that front bit to the back, you can see the waistline has that divot, which we do not want. We want a straight line for our waist. So again, I'm just going to add fabric there, and just to straighten it out so that it's easier for us to sew and our skirt looks nice, because the human waist doesn't have that divot. Straight lines, fairly straight lines are the way to go. Okay. Okay guys, are you enjoying the pattern drafting so far? I am. I'm so happy the skirt is turning out well. The next styling we're going to have on the skirt is, I want the back to be in two parts. Okay, one is one part is going to be flare, then the other part is just going to be like a band. Okay, so I am just deciding where I want or how I want that flare to be, how I want the pattern over there to be. And yeah, I'm just going to start drawing that out now. I don't even really make a final decision yet, but yeah, I'm just deciding how I want that part to turn out. Woof! Finally made up my mind. I know it seemed like 2 seconds for you guys, but for me that was like a full 5-10 minutes. So again, we label and give ourselves notches so that we can join them when we are sewing. Label our waistband, label the center back for the yoke and for the bottom part of the skirt, just so that, you know, because sometimes you make these patterns and you keep them and you go do something else, and by the time you come back you don't know what the hell you were sewing. So yeah, label everything all the time. Okay, so that's what that part looks like, and now we will focus on the bottom half of the back so that, you know, we can be done with the pattern drafting and get on with the sewing. Okay, now for this bottom part of the skirt, I want to make it a flare, but you can do a lot of things with that bottom part. You can decide to put gathers at the top, you can decide to make pleats, but I want a flare. Again, because of the amount of fabric I'm having to work with, is going to determine seriously how flare that back part of the skirt is, but I do want to keep some sort of flare in there. Okay, so it's just basic slash and spread, nothing too fancy, and yeah, I'm really happy with how everything is turning out. Although my patterns look like they're all bandaged up like an accident victim, but so long as we understand what's going on here, I think we're fine. I think we're fine, guys. So this is what everything looks like all put up together, and I'm really excited. Remember guys, like, comment, subscribe if you're getting anything useful from the video. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. I hope you guys are, you know, will make your own, get in and make your own, and yeah, it's lovely. So now we are focusing on the waistband, and again we have that divot which should not be, so we're going to try and level it out as much as we can. And the basic rule for pattern drafting is, like, anything you add to the top you take out from the bottom, anything, you know, you add to the front you take out in the back, so that your patterns are balanced, right? So that your garment is balanced on your body, because balancing, guys, is the main thing. If you have any of those outfits, you know, or clothing that you're always fidgeting with, you're always moving from one side to the other, it's because it's not balanced on your body. Most times it's because it's not balanced on your body. Okay, so I'm just taping things together so that it's easier for me to work with, right? And this is going to be an elasticated waistband, so it will just make it so easy, like a pull-on skirt. And I'm going to now, you know, try and add what I can. So it's very simple, it's basic. I just, like I said, level it out to straighten it out, and yeah, simple. Just watch. Now, another thing you have to keep in mind is you have to make sure that when you're leveling out, that it is still the same width of a waistband, okay, so that you don't, start off making your waistband 2 inches, then in the process of trying to level it off, it becomes 1 inch or 1.5 or 4 inches. Okay, that would defeat the purpose and it will screw up your sewing. So measure when you're done. When you're done with leveling up, just measure, or it's also called truing the pattern. Just measure and make sure that it comes out to be the same. Okay. Okay guys, we are done. Yeah, this is the final pattern, how everything looks like. Please do stay tuned for the sewing, which I promise is coming up soon. Like, comment, subscribe, watch the first tennis skirt while you're waiting for this one to drop. I love you guys. Thank you for always supporting the channel, and yeah, see you guys in the sewing portion of this video. Bye.